So we'll ask Lindokuhle Xulu to just explain this further for us in case I missed anything. He is expected to cross live to us right now. Lindo, I'm hoping that you can hear me. Just to give us an update, I heard you asking the questions when it came to methanol. What exactly did the doctor say in terms of what they did find? I know that he says that they're still investigating that part, but what exactly have they found so far when it comes to methanol?
Well, Maseko, we've been given an update in terms of what are some of the things that are being found as far as the toxicology report is concerned. The Minister, a Premier, as well as the doctor from the Department of Health are all here to just give us a sense of what is happening. But it's safe to say that it's been ruled out in terms of the fact that the cause of death might have been alcohol. But they did say that they found in each and every body of the 21 deceased, teenagers, that they found methanol. And it's something that I wanted to engage with the doctor. He is in fact walking out. We'll follow him. We need to engage with him. Doctor, we are following you. We want to get a sense of this methanol. We do not understand it. You did say earlier on when you were trying to explain to us exactly what it is, that ethanol is what is found in alcohol, but methanol should not be found necessarily inside alcohol. Just give us a sense of that. Does it mean then it came from elsewhere besides an alcohol beverage?
Normally, you would find it in industrial products and so forth that are used for this. But it is not part of the generic alcohol beverage, okay? It might be found in very small quantities, but not at significant quantities that would show that there is methanol in your blood. So it is something that we are looking at and trying to find out how much is there. The issue that I can't give you is where it came from, because I don't know at this point in time, and it is part of the investigation. So that is the issue that I wanted to clarify. Yeah.
You mentioned that it's found on industrial products. What are some of those products that would then be classified as industrial? Because alcohol in this state has been ruled out to say that it can't possibly contain such large quantities.
It's products for cleaning and for hydrogenation and so forth. So it's other products that are outside what you would have expected in a tavern.
That are not for human consumption.
It's not for human consumption. Those are not for human consumption products. It is also found in issues like your sanitizers and so forth, but it's not also in that space where you can say this is a product for consumption.
I don't want to speculate at this stage, but issues of pepper sprays and all of that, do they also contain this methanol?
I don't want also to speculate. I'm not sure what pepper spray contents are. I don't know that, but it's a possibility. I don't know, so I don't want to speculate on that.
All right, doctor. We'll have to leave it there for now. Thank you so much. Just a sense really from the health department in terms of what has happened. I see that my colleagues are in fact doing an interview inside. I was trying to get the Minister of Police, but some of the colleagues are still engaged with the officials right there. But what the doctor is essentially explaining is that they have been able to test as far as the toxicology products in terms of what has been found, and they're saying this methanol is a substance that has been found on the 21 bodies, and they're saying that it's not necessarily found in alcohol itself. What it is found in fact is on other industrial products. He mentioned cleaning products and all sorts of products. What is being investigated now, but those investigations that are ongoing are not limited to that. They are saying that they are still investigating, they are still trying to find out if there could be more substances that are found, but at this stage the substance of interest is methanol, which we understand is not in any alcohol beverage. I see Ubaba Uqele is in fact standing up right now. It means that they are done with the interview. We'll try to go to him as well, just to gather his thoughts around all of what we've been engaging with here. Baba Uqele, ngisemoyeni mkhulu. Sesileranzo angazi noma ngamthatha babucele, ngiyaxolisa kakhulu. One question babucele incane, one question. Siyabonga kakhulu ukuthi usijoin. The police have made it clear that they have an inquest in terms of the cause of death. They are waiting and working with pathology services. But at the end of the day, this is something that had happened in an establishment. We are seeing many establishments. Maybe it's unrelated at this stage, but people are saying that police are reactive. They come after every incident. Perhaps just take us through what intelligence do we have to curb some of these things? What police involvement can we expect to be able to preempt and to stop these things from happening before they happen?
Well, the problem, those that have been prevented to happen are not reported. Maybe ourselves, we don't go out, of which we can't do every day. We prevent something to wake up in the next morning that there was supposed to be shooting there, we've prevented. But indeed, maybe put it this way, because there is this narrative that is growing to say this is terrorism, this is organized. Up to this point in Lindokuhle, there is no evidence whatsoever that these are organized issues. I've given the different scenarios on different places. Indeed, we are close to arrest in Soweto. We haven't, but as I've said, in Maritzburg, we have arrested 5 people, and the motive there has got nothing to do with the motive that we have in Mamelodi, where people were shot and where one person was shot and killed. That person was hunted by his acquaintance or by his own friend for their financial differences. Know that. When you go to Lenasia, where people were seated just around fire, they were not even in the ship and they were shot. Unfortunately, I think people that died there are foreign nationals. So it's random that coincidental happened on almost similar time, which indeed does bring the fear brought in the community. But the work of the police is double-fold, is to protect and prevent, but also when these things happened, there must be an investigation. We maybe are not enough in response, but we have had some few responses, as I've said, in Maritzburg. Indeed, as I've said in Alex, you've seen that the results in Alex, working with the communities, of which we're encouraging. Once you work with the communities, life becomes much better. So prevention, we need to enhance that. I fully agree. Is less comfort to the community, less comfort to the siblings and relatives that you come there when people have died, but we are not going to fold our hands again. When those things have happened, we still have to investigate and find the answers, though those answers will be later. But prevention, that's what we are trying to enhance now.
Just the very last one, very quickly, Minister. We know that today there are bodies that were found of security personnel in front of a butchery in Soweto. Is it correct to perceive or say that we're waking up to dead bodies almost on a daily basis, or is it a fact that there is much heightened reporting on this issue? Are we correct to assume that there is a heightened element of murder that is currently taking place in our country?
Well, surely we have a bad season, when people have been dying, but this mass shooting and picking up the bodies has not been like this. It has been the murder spread in some other time, but this mass is something that has just come, and as I'm saying, we need to work on it. One thing that we advise, and is obvious, we'll have to work harder on the illegal firearms. Really, we'll have to work harder on the illegal firearms, but there are other things. The shooting spree of Alex, it was dark. The people there have made a special request to say, can you have the load shedding in Alex during the day? It's not only them that are asking that. So there are other things that are coming. I'm not saying that these mass shooting are caused by the load shedding, but if you go to Alex, they'll tell you that there is such thing. We hope it's not copycatting that people they do, but from that we can't live on that. We need to say let's raise our own bar in terms of the illegal firearms, but people, they must help on other things. We always complain about what we call environmental design. When you go to, I don't know, when last, well, I know you are in Alex and all that, you really link Gomorrah and what is happening. People there, the design, the structures, they don't allow you to move in between the houses and all that. pavements and all. So that environmental design is not very much conducive on policing itself. But I take your point to say this hype, this mass killing that has come together, we will have to work harder on it. That is reversed and is reduced and eradicated at the end of the day.
I am going to push my last question. The issue of the pens down, Baba, has always been a problem. We do know that there have been incidences around these particular events, and it's minors that actually attend these events. Is there anything that could be done around this?
Well, you know, it would be unfair to restrict young people going out there to enjoy and all that. You know, Paleto is usually the center of these things. Even during the COVID, Paleto was one of the spreaders. I think we do have to allow young people to grow, to enjoy, to be young. But also, all of us, we need to take responsibility. I think the first responsibility of young people at that level would be their siblings, the parents, the community and all. We can't be sending police around the young people all the time to say, you go and look at them, are they not getting drunk and all that. But where the laws must be enforced, indeed must be enforced. The 13-year-old can't be in the shebeen. So as the police, immediately after that report, because it was raised by the community here to say in some issues police did not respond very well, we have sent the secretariat. Secretariat is there to monitor the working of the police. They have given the report, and we are working on the report to say police, one thing that they'll have to do is to respond, is to be there and work with the communities. But we'll have to balance the freedom of the young people and their safety. And their safety is for all of us, the parents, the community, and the police. But the question you're asking, should these things be stopped? I don't think we need to stop young people coming together, but illegalities on those matters will have to be stopped, and we'll have to enforce whatever law that is broken there.
All right, we'll have to leave it there for now. Thank you so much for your time, Minister of Police Enyobeni, just giving us a sense in terms of his thoughts around what is generally been perceived as a heightened, element of crime as well as murder in and around many communities. But I think just a takeaway from this briefing that has been given by the Minister of Police, Oscar Mabuyane, the Premier of Eastern Cape, as well as the Department of Health, was to say that investigations are still ongoing, but what they've identified as a substance that has been in the 21 bodies is this methanol. We understand that it is not a substance that would be found in its large quantities in alcoholic beverages, but it would be found in industrial, products, and that is what we've been told right now. But they are still trying to work in terms of narrowing it down to where it had, how much quantities they found in these bodies, how much of it was, and where it was dispersed from. So those are some of the questions that remain unanswered. But for the families at this stage, investigations, yes, there is a show that they are still ongoing, that there is progress, but at this stage they are inconclusive. So they are going home today not knowing exactly what killed and what happened to their children, but they've been given an update to say that these are some of the substances that have been found. But at this stage, I should mention and stress that alcohol has since been ruled out in a form of the consumption of alcohol as the cause of death. Of course, earlier on, there was also the ruling out of the stampede, saying that the manner in which the bodies were found does not signal that they died because of a certain commotion or a stampede. So those are some of the things we are gathering at this stage, but the main word I should stress is that at this stage it's inconclusive and investigations are still ongoing.
All right, Lindokuhle in the Eastern Cape. With that report, let's leave it there for now.